In the stillness of the night, as the stars twinkled overhead, a soft voice called out to the listener, "My dear child," it began, "this month is yours, a month of great blessing. You need it, and I am here to provide it." The voice wrapped around the listener like a warm embrace, offering not just promises, but assurance. "I give you more success, strength, and prosperity. Picture yourself wrapped securely in my comforting arms, feeling my warmth, my presence that whispers peace into your heart." With each word, the listener felt more at ease. The weight of the world seemed to lift, replaced by a deep sense of calm. "I want you to deeply feel and understand how precious you are to me," the voice continued. "Let this awareness draw you closer to my heart. Take time each day to seek me, for when you do, you open doors to unimaginable blessings and clarity." The listener could feel the peace flooding in. The promise of clarity, of knowing what steps to take next, filled their heart with hope. "Just a few quiet moments spent seeking me can unlock the abundant life I have prepared for you. But you must stand firm in my word and my presence to receive what is rightfully yours." The voice grew more confident, more commanding. "Don't waste your time comparing yourself to others. Take your place. Your dreams will come true. Your desires will be fulfilled. Your leadership will prosper. I will fill you with the strength to fight, to work, and to conquer the land set before you." As the voice spoke, the listener's heart swelled with a newfound sense of purpose. "But remember," the voice cautioned, "you will conquer with my word in your heart, and you will not take a step without first seeking me." With that, the listener knew this month was not just any ordinary month. It was the beginning of something bigger, something blessed by the Creator Himself. And with each new day, they would walk in His promise of success, strength, and prosperity. Under the vast, open sky, the moonlight cast a gentle glow on the earth, as if the Creator Himself was watching over all. "My dear child," the voice whispered, soft and reassuring, "this is your time. A month filled with blessings, success, and prosperity. This is what I offer you. You need it, and I am here to provide." The words settled into the listener's heart like a calm river flowing through the land. "Picture yourself, wrapped in my comforting arms," the voice continued. "Feel my warmth, the peace that comes with it. Let it wash over you like a soft breeze through the trees, a peace that fills you deeply, gently, and completely. Feel my presence with you, right here, right now." As the listener envisioned this embrace, their heart began to ease. It was as if the weight of the world had been lifted from their shoulders, replaced by the tender touch of divine love. The voice spoke again, each word a sweet balm for the spirit. "You are precious to me," it said. "Let this truth settle deep in your soul. Let it guide you closer to my heart. Take time each day to seek me, for in doing so, you open the doors to blessings and clarity beyond what you can imagine." The warmth of the Creator's love enveloped them, and they felt something stir within, a quiet confidence, an understanding that they were not alone in this journey. The voice continued, soothing and strong. "When you seek me, you are opening the way to abundant life, but you must stand firm in my presence and my word. Don't waste your days comparing your path to others. Your dreams, your desires will be fulfilled." With each passing moment, the listener felt the strength to move forward. The Creator's promises were clear success, prosperity, leadership. All would flow into their life. "Prepare," the voice said, "to conquer the land I've set before you. You will walk with my word in your heart, and you will not take a step without first seeking my guidance. I will reward you with peace, joy, and strength from within." As the listener took in the words, a renewed sense of purpose filled their heart. The embrace of the Creator was real, tangible, and they knew deep within that this was the beginning of a new chapter, a month of divine blessings, success, and endless possibilities. As the first light of dawn touched the earth, a gentle voice stirred the air. "My child," it called softly, yet with power, "this month is yours, and in it you will find blessings greater than you can imagine. I offer you success, strength, and prosperity. But you must do one thing: seek me each day." The listener paused, their heart heavy with thoughts of all that lay ahead. Yet the voice was clear, like the call of the eagle soaring high in the sky. When you seek me, the voice continued, you open the doors to blessings that you cannot yet see. It is in the quiet moments, the moments spent with me, that clarity will be revealed. Just as the river finds its path through the land, so will your way be made clear. With each word, the listener could feel their spirit calm. The noise of the world faded, and they were drawn into the stillness where God's presence awaited. The voice, warm like the sun on the earth, spoke again. Take time each day to walk with me. The more you seek me, the more you will discover the abundant life I have prepared for you. It is in the seeking that you find the treasures of peace, joy, and strength. The listener closed their eyes, imagining the Creator's presence like the soft winds rustling through the trees, gentle yet powerful. But remember, the voice cautioned, you must stand firm in my word and my presence. Do not waste your time comparing your journey to others. Take your place and trust in the dreams I have placed in your heart. Your desires will be fulfilled and your leadership will prosper. With a newfound sense of purpose, the listener felt the strength to move forward. They knew now that each moment spent seeking God would open the doors to the life they were meant to lead. The Creator's voice was unwavering, a steady guide through the challenges ahead. Prepare, the voice said, to conquer the land I have set before you. With my word in your heart, you will walk boldly and with peace, knowing I am with you. In that moment, the listener understood seeking God each day would not only bring clarity, but also fill their heart with the peace and strength needed to face whatever came. The path was clear, and with each step, they knew they were walking in God's light, ready to receive the blessings He had promised. As the day began to unfold, the listener felt a deep stirring within their heart, a whisper carried on the winds of the earth. My dear child, the voice called, gentle and steady, I have promised you peace, joy, and inner strength, and these gifts are yours when you stand firm in my word. The listener, feeling the weight of the world on their shoulders, stopped for a moment, allowing the message to sink in. It was as though the very soil beneath their feet had come alive with the promise of something greater. You see, the voice continued, when you stand firm in my word, no storm will shake you. I am your rock, your shelter. The winds may howl, but you will find peace in my presence. The world around you may be filled with chaos, but you will know joy because I am with you. The listener could feel the warmth of God's presence surrounding them, like the sun's rays piercing through the clouds after a storm. You are not alone, the voice whispered. I have given you inner strength, strength that rises from within, like the mighty oak tree rooted deep in the earth. This strength is unshakable, for it comes from me. With each word, the listener felt their spirit grow stronger. The weight that once burdened them now felt lighter, as though the Creator's words were lifting them. Remember, the voice said, it is not in your own power that you will find peace, joy, and strength. It is in me. When you hold my word close, when you walk in my light, you will find that you are more than capable of facing whatever comes your way. The listener's heart swelled with hope, a quiet joy filling the spaces of their soul. I promise, the voice reassured, that when you stand firm, you will not falter. Your path will be clear, your heart full of peace, and your spirit strong with the joy that only I can give. In that moment, the listener understood. The storms may come, the winds may blow, but with God's word as their foundation, they would stand firm, unshaken, filled with peace, joy, and strength. And as they moved forward, they carried with them the quiet confidence that God was always with them, guiding them every step of the way. As the sun rose over the horizon, painting the sky with hues of gold and orange, a voice, strong yet tender, spoke to the listener. My child, it said, I have promised to lift you higher than you could ever imagine. Success, protection, and guidance are yours if you trust in me. The listener, weary from the struggles of life, paused. They had been fighting battles alone for so long, unsure of what lay ahead. But the words of the Creator were like a warm breeze, filling their heart with a new sense of hope. I will lift you, the voice continued, not just in the ways you expect, but in ways that will astound you. Your steps will become sure, and your heart will soar like the eagle riding the winds. The listener could feel the weight of their doubts beginning to fall away, replaced by the promise of something greater. You may not see the path clearly now, the voice spoke again, but know this, I am your shield, your protector. The storms may come, the winds may howl, but I will guard you from all harm. My presence will surround you, and my strength will be your strength. The listener, feeling both humbled and empowered, closed their eyes and took a deep breath. They could sense the Creator's protection, like a mighty mountain standing firm against the elements. In my presence, the voice said, you will find success beyond your wildest dreams. The seeds you plant will grow, and your efforts will bear fruit far beyond what you ever thought possible. As the listener opened their eyes, they could see a new light on the horizon, the promise of a future brighter than they had dared to hope. Trust me, the voice urged, stand firm in my word. Let your heart be anchored in my love, and you will rise higher than you ever imagined. Your success will come, and my protection will never leave you. With each passing moment, the listener's spirit grew stronger. The promise of God's protection and success became a living, breathing part of them. They knew that no matter what trials lay ahead, they would rise with strength, knowing that the Creator's hand was upon them, guiding them to heights they had never dreamed possible. The wind whispered through the trees as the listener stood at the edge of the forest, the tall pines swaying gently in the breeze. The voice of the Creator came again, clear and steady, as if it had always been there, waiting to be heard. My child, the voice began, my promises are unwavering. What I have spoken will be, and no power can change it. I guarantee success and peace in your life, for you are mine. The listener's heart felt a deep stirring, as if the very earth beneath their feet was calling them to trust. You may have faced hardships, the voice continued, but know this. I am your protector, your guide, your strength. You will find success in the journey ahead, and you will walk in peace, for I will be with you every step of the way. The listener's shoulders, heavy with the weight of uncertainty, began to feel lighter. There was something powerful in the Creator's words, something that told them they were not walking alone. Stand firm in my word, the voice urged, and let your heart rest in the peace that only I can give. You do not need to worry, for I am the one who makes a way where there seems to be none. I will lead you to where you need to be. The listener's eyes, once clouded with doubt, began to clear. You are not forgotten, the voice whispered, and my plans for you are filled with goodness. The path I've set before you will lead to success beyond what you can imagine. Trust me, and peace will flow into your life like a river, washing away the fears and worries that once held you captive. With each word, the listener could feel the weight of the world slipping from their shoulders, replaced by a sense of peace that came from knowing that God's promises were unbreakable. You will rise, the voice said, and your success will be the result of the strength I've given you. You are my child, and I have a purpose for you, one that will bring peace to your soul and success to your life. The listener now understood. The Creator's promises were not just words, they were a guarantee. No matter the storm or the challenges ahead, success and peace were theirs to claim. With faith, they would walk confidently, knowing that God's unwavering promise would guide them toward the future He had prepared. The day was quiet, the sky painted with shades of pink and purple as the sun began its descent. The listener stood on the edge of a field, the tall grasses swaying in the breeze. And then the voice, soft yet full of power, spoke once more. My child, it began. The path to all that I have promised you begins with faith. It is through faith that you receive the good things I have in store for you. The listener paused, feeling the weight of those words settle deep within their heart. Faith, the voice continued, is the key that unlocks the door to all the blessings I have prepared for you. It is not just a belief, but a deep trust in my will and in my word. With faith, you will see the world differently. You will see the beauty in the struggles, the lessons in the challenges, and the strength in the trials. The listener felt a quiet stirring within, as if something deep inside was awakening. The voice spoke again, more firmly now. Without faith, the blessings remain out of reach. But when you place your trust in me, when you walk with the assurance that I am guiding you, then everything I have promised you will be yours. Your success, your peace, your joy, they will flow into your life like a river in full bloom. The listener closed their eyes, feeling the warmth of the Creator's presence. Faith is the foundation, the voice said, and with it you will stand strong. Even when the winds of doubt blow, you will remain firm. Your faith will be like the great oak, standing tall and unwavering, no matter the storms that pass. As the listener listened, a sense of calm began to fill their spirit. It is by your faith that miracles will unfold, the voice continued, and the desires of your heart will be fulfilled. Believe in me, trust in my plan, and you will see that I am with you, always guiding you toward the blessings I have set aside for you. The listener's heart swelled with newfound strength. They now understood. Faith was not just about believing in what was to come, but about trusting the Creator in every moment, knowing that the blessings would come as surely as the sunrise. With each step forward, they would carry that faith in their heart, knowing that God's promises would never fail. The sky stretched wide above, painted in the soft hues of twilight as the listener stood on a hill, gazing at the vastness of the land. The wind, steady and familiar, whispered through the trees, carrying with it the voice of the Creator, full of wisdom and love. My child, it called, I know the path you walk. There are times when you feel lost, uncertain of what lies ahead, but I remind you to trust in my timing and the way I work in your life. The listener paused, taking in the weight of the words. It is easy to grow restless when the road seems long and the end unclear, the voice continued. But remember this, my timing is perfect. I work in ways that you may not understand, but every step you take is a part of my plan for you. Trust in me and know that I am always working, even when you cannot see it. The listener felt a sense of peace settle over them, as though the very earth beneath their feet was grounding them in the Creator's words. You may long for things to happen in your time, the voice said gently, but I tell you, my child, I see the bigger picture. Trust in my wisdom. What may seem like a delay is often preparation for something greater, something more in line with the purpose I have for you. The listener, once burdened with impatience and doubt, felt their heart begin to soften. I know the waiting can be difficult. The Creator's voice spoke with compassion. But in the stillness, I am shaping you. In the silence, I am preparing you for what is to come. Do not rush ahead, for the blessings I have for you will come at the right time. With each word, the listener's heart grew lighter. Trust that I will lead you exactly where you need to be, the voice continued, and when the time is right, the doors will open. Until then, know that you are not alone. I am guiding you step by step, and I will never leave you. The listener took a deep breath, the weight of their fears and anxieties melting away. The Creator's words were a reminder that everything had a season, a time to grow, a time to wait, and a time to move forward. With renewed faith, they understood that trust in God's timing was the key to peace. The road ahead was still uncertain, but with the Creator's guidance, they would walk it with confidence, knowing that everything would unfold as it was meant to. The wind howled across the wide open plains, stirring the tall grass beneath the vast sky. As the sun began to dip below the horizon, casting a warm golden light across the earth, a voice broke the silence. It was steady, strong, yet full of compassion, like the rhythm of the earth itself. My child, the voice began, I see you. I see the struggles you face, the battles you fight in silence, and the weight you carry in your heart. The listener, weary from the long journey, paused. Their spirit was tired, and the weight of their burdens had begun to feel like a heavy stone they could no longer bear. But the voice, calm and unwavering, continued. I know the path you walk is difficult. I know there are moments when you feel as though the mountain is too high, the river too wide, and the storm too fierce. But I am here. I see you, every step, every tear, every silent cry. The listener stood still for a moment, feeling the wind brush against their skin, as if the Creator's presence was all around them, as if the very land itself was speaking to them. You are not alone, the voice reassured. I see the challenges you face, the struggles that feel endless. I hear the cries of your heart, even when they remain unspoken. You may feel like you are walking through the valley, but know this. I walk with you. The listener took a deep breath, a sense of comfort washing over them. You have faced hardship, the voice continued, and it has weighed heavily upon you. The storms have raged, and you have fought against the winds, wondering if you would ever reach the other side. But I tell you this, those storms do not define you. They are but the passing clouds. You are made of something stronger. The listener felt the earth beneath them, solid and unwavering. The Creator's words were like the mountain, steady and sure. Your struggles are seen, child. The voice spoke again, and they are not in vain. Each step you take, even in the darkest of times, is building you, shaping you, preparing you for the blessings I have set aside for you. What you are enduring now will not last forever. Trust me. The listener closed their eyes, letting the words sink in like the cool water from a deep spring. You are stronger than you know, the voice continued, and I will guide you through every difficulty. The battles you face are not yours alone to fight. I am with you, and together we will overcome. Do not be afraid of the challenges ahead, for I have already gone before you. My strength is your strength. With each word, the listener felt the weight in their heart begin to lift. The struggles that had seemed insurmountable now appeared smaller, more manageable. The Creator's presence was like the steady flame of a fire that could not be snuffed out, providing warmth and light in the darkest moments. The path may not be easy, the voice whispered, but I will carry you when you are weak. When the way is unclear, I will be your guide. Trust in me, and you will find peace in the storm. The listener's heart began to fill with hope, the kind of hope that only comes when you know you are not walking alone. Remember, the voice reminded them, I see you. I see your pain, your effort, your resilience, and I am proud of you. Even when the road is tough, you are never forgotten. Keep moving forward, for the blessings and peace that await you are worth the journey. The listener stood taller now, the strength of the Creator's words filling them. They understood deeply that the struggles they faced were not permanent. The storm would pass, the sun would rise again, and with God's guidance, they would find the strength to overcome. And in the end, the path would lead to peace, a peace that would fill their heart and soul for all time. The Creator had promised, and in that promise, they found the courage to continue. The sky stretched wide above, heavy with dark clouds that hinted at a coming storm. The listener, weary from the journey, stood alone in the silence of the wilderness. The weight of their struggles had settled like a heavy cloak around their shoulders. But then, like the first whisper of wind before a storm, a voice broke through the stillness. It was familiar, gentle, and yet filled with the authority of the Creator himself. My child, the voice began, I see the burdens you carry. I know the weight you bear. You feel the heaviness of your difficulties, and it seems like the path ahead is unclear, but know this, I am with you. The listener stood still, listening to the words that seemed to echo deep within their soul. The wind picked up, but it was not harsh. It was soothing, like a reminder of the Creator's constant presence. I will transform all the difficulties you face, the voice continued. The struggles that have weighed you down will be lifted. You may not see it now, but the trials you face are but temporary. They are a part of the journey, a journey that will lead to blessings beyond your imagining. The listener felt a stir of hope deep within their heart. The road ahead seemed long, the darkness seemed vast, but the Creator's words brought a flicker of light. Hold on to hope, my child, the voice urged, for hope is the light that will guide you through the darkness. It is the belief that something better lies ahead, that there is purpose even in the struggles. I will provide help, and I will provide solutions. What seems impossible now will be made possible in my time. The listener took a deep breath, the words settling like a seed in their heart. The air around them seemed to shift, as if the very earth beneath their feet was responding to the Creator's promises. You do not walk this path alone, the voice continued. I am with you, guiding each step you take. The obstacles you face are not the end of your journey. They are the stepping stones that will lead you to something greater. What may seem like a mountain now will become a plain before you. Trust in me. The listener closed their eyes, feeling the steady rhythm of their heartbeat. The storm clouds still hung in the sky, but they no longer felt oppressive. Instead, they felt like part of the process, a cleansing that was necessary for the growth that was coming. In the midst of your difficulties, I am shaping you, the voice said softly. I am strengthening you. The pain you feel is not in vain. It is a fire that refines you, making you stronger, purer, and more resilient. Hold on, for the transformation is already in motion. The listener's heart began to settle, the fears and doubts they had carried for so long starting to fade away. I know it is hard, the voice acknowledged. I know it is painful, but this is not the end. You are not alone in this. I walk beside you, every step, every breath. Trust in my promise that I will provide solutions. The answers you seek will come in my perfect time. And when they do, you will see that all you endured was not for nothing. It was all part of a greater plan. The listener lifted their head, feeling the wind change again, this time warmer and more gentle, like the Creator's embrace. You are not forgotten, the voice reassured. Your struggles do not define you, but your faith in me will. Hold fast to hope, for it will carry you through the hardest of times. The storm may rage, but it will pass. And when it does, you will stand tall, stronger, and more confident than ever before. I am here, and I will never leave you. As the listener stood in the wilderness, they felt the weight of their burdens begin to lift, replaced by a deep, unshakable peace. The road ahead was still uncertain, but now they knew they did not walk it alone. The Creator had promised that He would transform their difficulties, provide help, and offer solutions. With hope in their heart and faith in His word, the listener knew they could face whatever came next, for the Creator was always with them, guiding them and leading them toward a future filled with blessings. The sun had long set behind the mountains, and the earth was covered in a blanket of stars, each one twinkling like a promise in the night sky. The listener stood in the stillness of the night, feeling the weight of their journey, the heaviness of their struggles pressing on them like the weight of the earth itself. But just as the cool night air swept across the land, a voice, steady and strong, reached out to them. My child, the voice began, warm and full of love. I know the path you've walked, and I see the hardships you have faced, but I want you to know something that will bring peace to your heart. The listener, weary from the journey, stood still, the words resonating deep within them. Greater blessings are on the way, the voice continued, and the miracles you long for are closer than you think. I am working behind the scenes, even when you cannot see it. The doors that have seemed closed will soon be opened, and the path that has seemed unclear will be made straight. The listener felt a stirring within their soul, like the first light of dawn breaking through the darkness. I know the waiting has been difficult, the voice said with understanding. And you may have wondered if the miracles you've prayed for will ever come. But I assure you, they are coming. I am preparing the way for you. And though the journey may seem long, it is leading to something far greater than you can imagine. The listener felt a sense of hope rising within them, like the wind stirring the leaves of the trees. You may not see the blessings yet, but trust me, the Creator's voice continued. They are already on their way. Your prayers have been heard, and I am answering them. In ways you cannot yet understand, I am making a way for you. I am bringing about the changes you've been waiting for, and I will show you miracles beyond your dreams. The listener closed their eyes, allowing the words to settle in their heart. I know the trials have been hard, the voice spoke gently. But remember, it is through the fire that the gold is refined. The struggles you have faced have not been in vain. They have been a part of your preparation for what is to come. The challenges, the obstacles, they were part of the process. And now, I am bringing you into a season of abundance. The listener felt a deep sense of peace, the kind of peace that comes when you know you are in the hands of the Creator. You have endured, the voice reassured, and now you will see the fruits of your labor. The blessings will come, and they will be greater than you could have imagined. Your joy will overflow, and your heart will be filled with gratitude as you see the miracles unfold in your life. The earth beneath the listener's feet seemed to hum with energy, like the Creator's promises were coming alive in the very soil. Hold fast, my child, the voice encouraged, for greater things are ahead. What you've been waiting for is on its way. Do not give up, do not lose heart, for the miracles you have prayed for are closer than ever. The listener stood still, their heart now full of hope, their spirit lifted by the Creator's words. They knew the journey was not over, but now they walked it with a new sense of purpose. The blessings, the miracles, everything they had longed for were on the horizon. The Creator had promised, and in that promise, the listener found the strength to keep moving forward. The land stretched out before the listener, vast and wide, bathed in the soft glow of the setting sun. The world felt quiet, yet heavy, as though it was holding its breath. The listener stood there, their heart weighed down with the burdens of the journey they had walked. Each step had been hard, each challenge harder than the last. But then, like the rustle of leaves in the wind, a voice, steady and comforting, reached out to them. "My child," the voice began, warm like a gentle breeze, "I see you. I know the challenges you face, the weight you carry. But hear this, my love and my presence surround you." The listener paused, feeling the weight of the world in their chest begin to soften. "You are never alone," the voice continued. "Even when the road is tough, when the night is long, I am here. My love is like the earth beneath your feet, solid and unshakable. My presence is with you, like the wind that whispers through the trees, always near, always guiding. I will help you overcome every challenge, for you are mine, and I will not let you go." As the night sky stretched above, filled with stars that seemed to wink in knowing, the listener felt a deep, unshakable peace. They were not alone. The Creator was with them, guiding them toward the blessings and miracles that were on their way. And with each step they took, they knew that the future was filled with hope, with grace, and with the promise of greater things to come. The listener could feel the warmth of the Creator's love wrap around them, like the embrace of the sun on a cold morning. The air around them seemed to hum with energy, a reminder that they were not walking this path alone. "Trust in me, my child," the voice urged. "For every challenge you face, I am right beside you. In the darkest of times, my love will light your way. In the fiercest of storms, I will be your shelter. You will overcome, not by your own strength, but by mine." With each word, the listener's heart began to steady, the anxiety that had gripped them starting to loosen its hold. "I will carry you when you are weak," the Creator's voice reassured. "I will lift you when you fall. My love is your strength, and my presence is your peace. No matter the challenges, no matter the battles you face, you will rise. You will not be defeated, for my love is unbreakable and it surrounds you." The listener stood still, letting the words sink deep into their spirit. The Creator's love was like the river, steadfast, powerful, and constant. "You may not see the way forward now," the voice said softly, "but trust that I am leading you. The path may be rocky, but I will make it smooth. The winds may blow hard, but I will calm them. And in the end, you will stand victorious, not because you are strong on your own, but because I am with you." The listener closed their eyes, feeling the Creator's presence fill the air around them like the warmth of the fire on a cold night. They knew deep in their soul that they were not walking this journey alone. The love of the Creator surrounded them, a shield that would protect them from harm, a light that would guide them through the darkness. The weight of their burdens began to lift, replaced by the peace that comes from knowing that the Creator was always near. "Remember," the voice continued, "you are not alone. My love surrounds you. When the road is hard, when the trials are heavy, know that I am with you. You are mine, and I will help you overcome every challenge. My presence will carry you through the storm, and you will emerge stronger, more resilient, and more full of peace than ever before." The listener opened their eyes, feeling the weight of the world now lifted, replaced by a deep, unshakable peace. They were not alone. The Creator's love was with them, and with that love, they could face anything. The challenges ahead no longer seemed insurmountable. With the Creator by their side, they knew they could overcome. They knew they would rise, and that the road ahead would lead to a future full of peace, joy, and love. For the Creator's love would always surround them, helping them overcome no matter what came. The morning light filtered through the trees, casting long shadows on the earth below. The land was quiet, peaceful, as if waiting for something to unfold. The listener stood there, feeling the weight of their journey, the long path they had walked, and the many struggles they had faced. But as they stood in the stillness, a voice, like the soft rustle of leaves in the wind, spoke to them. "My child," the voice began, warm and steady, "I see the journey you've walked. I know the hardships you've faced, and I understand the weight of the world you've carried. But now, I want to remind you of something important." The listener paused, feeling the earth beneath their feet and the breeze on their face, as though the very land was listening with them. The voice continued, "To receive my blessings, you must live humbly, for humility opens the door to the greatest gifts I have for you. It is not in seeking glory for yourself, but in giving glory to me that you will find peace. Your heart must be open, willing to accept what I give and to share it with others." The listener's heart stirred with the wisdom in those words. "I know your heart, child." The Creator spoke softly. "I know your desire for goodness, for the blessings I have promised. But remember, to receive what I give, you must come before me with humility. Do not seek to boast or to claim the blessings as your own. Instead, accept them with a grateful heart, knowing that they are gifts from me, meant to be shared with the world." As the listener listened, they felt a deep peace settle over them, a peace that came from understanding. "I have blessed you with many gifts," the voice continued, "but these gifts are not for you alone. They are meant to be shared. When you give with a humble heart, when you offer the blessings you have received to others, you open the floodgates for even greater blessings to flow into your life." The listener stood still, letting the words settle deep within them. "Live humbly," the voice urged, "not for your own glory, but for mine. Share your blessings, not as a means of gaining recognition, but because it is in giving that you receive the greatest joy. The more you give, the more you will receive not just material gifts, but the gifts of peace, love, and a heart full of gratitude." The listener could feel the warmth of the Creator's love surrounding them, like the sun shining down on the earth, gentle yet powerful. "You are a vessel for my blessings," the voice said. "And when you live humbly, when you share what I have given you with others, you allow those blessings to multiply. Your life becomes a reflection of my love and my grace, and others will see that light in you." With each passing moment, the listener felt their spirit grow lighter, their heart fuller. The weight of their burden seemed to lift as they embraced the truth of the Creator's words. "The more you give," the Creator continued, "the more you will receive. Not just in material things, but in the richness of your spirit. Your life will be filled with joy, and you will see the world through the eyes of gratitude. You will find that the greatest blessings are not those that you keep, but those that you share with others." The listener's heart swelled with the understanding that true blessings come not from what we hold on to, but from what we give. "Do not fear that you will run out of blessings," the voice reassured, "for my gifts are endless. The more you give, the more I will pour into your life. And when you live humbly, with a heart open to receiving and sharing, you will find that the blessings flow in abundance." The listener closed their eyes, feeling the Creator's presence surround them like a gentle, protective shield. They knew now that humility was the key to unlocking the greatest blessings, and that sharing those blessings with others was the way to make their life shine with the light of the Creator. "Remember," the voice whispered, "the more you give, the more you will receive. The more you share, the greater the blessings will be. Live humbly, and I will fill your life with all the gifts I have promised." As the listeners stood in the quiet of the land, they felt the truth of those words fill their heart. Humility, gratitude, and generosity would be their guide, and in following this path, they knew the blessings of the Creator would continue to flow into their life, touching not only their own heart, but the hearts of those around them. The journey ahead was clear now, and the listener walked forward with a heart full of love, knowing that the Creator's blessings would always be with them. The moon hung high in the night sky, casting its silver light across the land. The listener stood in the quiet of the night, feeling the stillness of the earth beneath their feet. They had walked a long, hard path, filled with struggles and uncertainties. The journey had been rough, the burdens heavy, but in this moment, as they stood under the vast sky, a voice gentle but strong broke through the silence. "My child," the voice began, calm and reassuring, "I see your heart. I see your struggles, and I know the journey you've been on. But I want you to hear this truth. Blessings will overflow into your life. The listener felt a stirring deep within their spirit, like the first gentle breeze after a long drought. You have endured much, the voice continued, and your faith has carried you through. Now I promise you this, the blessings I have for you will not just come, they will overflow. Like the river that fills its banks in the spring, my blessings will fill your life beyond what you can imagine. The listener stood still, allowing the words to settle in their heart. The promise was powerful, but also humbling. You have been faithful, even in the hardest of times, the Creator spoke with deep love. And now I will pour out blessings that will touch every part of your life. These blessings will come not just in small measures, but in abundance overflowing, like the rain that nourishes the earth after a long drought. I will provide for you in ways that will fill your heart with joy and your life with peace. The listener closed their eyes, feeling the weight of the world lift from their shoulders. The promise of abundance felt like a balm to their weary soul. Trust me, the voice continued, for I am the one who makes the rain fall and the crops grow. I am the one who provides for all living things. And just as the earth receives the rain, you will receive the blessings I have for you. I will not hold back. What is coming is beyond anything you could ask or imagine. My blessings will overflow into your life, filling every corner, every space. The listener felt a deep peace begin to grow within them, like the quiet calm before the storm. They had long hoped for change, longed for relief from the struggles they faced. But this promise of overflowing blessings was something new, something beyond what they had ever dreamed. In this season, the Creator's voice said gently, you will see miracles unfold in your life. Doors that were once closed will open. Opportunities you never thought possible will appear, and my provision will meet every need you have. The listener's heart swelled with gratitude as the words continued to echo in their mind. The blessings I give you will not be just for you alone, the voice spoke with tenderness. They are meant to flow through you, to reach others, to share the abundance I have given you. Just as the river feeds the land, so too will your blessings spread to those around you. You are my vessel, and through you, my love will flow to others, touching lives in ways you cannot yet see. The listener could feel the Creator's presence all around them, like the earth itself was breathing with them, offering its strength and its peace. The promise of abundance, of blessings overflowing, filled their heart with a quiet joy that spread through every part of their being. Remember, my child, the voice said softly, I am with you, and when you receive the blessings I pour into your life, do not keep them to yourself. Share them with others, for the more you give, the more you will receive. The abundance I bring will continue to flow, as long as you remain open to it. The listener stood in awe, their heart full of wonder. The promise was not just of material wealth, but of peace, joy, and love. It was the abundance of the Creator's presence in their life, filling every space, healing every wound, and touching every person they met. You are my beloved, the voice whispered, and my blessings will overflow in your life. Trust me, and watch as I provide for you in ways that you have never imagined. As the listener opened their eyes, they could feel the weight of their burdens lifted, replaced by the lightness of faith and the promise of abundance. The Creator's blessings were not just on their way, they were already here, filling their life, overflowing into every corner of their world. And with that, the listener took a step forward, knowing that the journey ahead was one of abundance, grace, and the overflowing love of the Creator. The quiet of the forest wrapped around the listener like a soft, familiar blanket, the rustle of leaves whispering the secrets of the wind. They stood still, their gaze on the horizon, where the sun began its descent behind the mountains, casting long shadows across the earth. The path they had walked had not been an easy one. There had been moments of doubt, times when the road ahead seemed unclear, and the burdens of life pressed heavy on their heart. But then, like the first hint of dawn breaking through the night sky, a voice spoke gentle yet strong, full of warmth and reassurance. My child, the voice began, I see your heart, your struggles, and the questions you carry. But I want you to know something important. Trust in my timing and plan. Everything will unfold at the right moment. The listener stood still, letting the words settle deep within. They had often wondered why things hadn't gone as planned, why their hopes hadn't yet come to fruition. The voice, like the wind, continued to flow with peace and wisdom. I know you long for things to move faster, to see the fruit of your labor, but remember, my child, that everything happens in its own time. Trust that the seasons of your life are unfolding just as they should. The seeds you've planted will grow, but in my time, not yours. The listener took a deep breath, feeling the weight of their impatience slowly ease with each word. Just as the earth does not rush the growing of the trees, I ask you not to rush the unfolding of my plan for your life, the Creator continued. Everything has its season. The rain falls when the soil is ready to receive it. The sun rises at the appointed time. Trust in my perfect timing, for I see the bigger picture, the one you cannot yet see. I am working all things together for good, even when you cannot yet understand. As the words echoed in their heart, the listener began to understand. The voice continued, I know the waiting is hard, and it can feel as though nothing is happening. But in the quiet, in the stillness, I am at work. I am preparing you for what is to come. Trust that I am always working behind the scenes, even when it seems like nothing is changing. My plan is perfect, and it will unfold at the right moment. The listener's heart began to feel lighter, the heaviness of uncertainty lifting with each passing second. You are exactly where you need to be, the Creator's voice reassured them. I know the desires of your heart, and I am guiding you to the place where those desires will be fulfilled. Trust in my guidance and in my timing. The path before you may not be clear now, but when the time is right, you will see exactly where you need to go. As the listener stood in the peaceful quiet of the moment, they felt a sense of calm wash over them, like the first drops of rain after a long drought. The Creator's words were like the rhythm of the earth, steady, unchanging, and full of wisdom. Do not be afraid of the waiting, the voice said softly, for in the waiting I am shaping you. I am strengthening your faith and preparing you for what is to come. Trust that everything is unfolding just as it should. Trust that I have a perfect plan for your life, and in the right time, you will see it all come together. The listener closed their eyes and let the words sink deep into their spirit. They knew that the Creator was with them, guiding them with love and wisdom. The timing might not be what they had expected, but they had faith that it was perfect nonetheless. Remember, the Creator's voice whispered, that my timing is not your timing, but it is always the right time. The path may be winding, but it leads to exactly where you need to be. Trust in me, and everything will unfold as it should. With a deep, steadying breath, the listener opened their eyes, feeling a renewed sense of peace. The weight of impatience had been replaced by trust. The road ahead was still unclear, but the listener now knew that everything would unfold in its own time, just as the Creator had planned. They walked forward, knowing that their faith in the Creator's timing and plan would guide them through whatever came next. With each step, they trusted that the Creator was with them, always working behind the scenes, preparing them for the blessings that would come at the right moment. The sun hung low in the sky, casting its golden light across the rolling hills. The land bathed in the soft glow of twilight. The listeners stood in the quiet, the world around them vast and still. It had been a long journey, filled with twists and turns, struggles and questions. The path ahead had often seemed unclear, and the weight of the unknown weighed heavily on their heart. But as they stood there, in the silence of the moment, a voice, calm and strong, broke through the stillness. My child, the voice began, gentle yet full of power. I know the road you have traveled, and I understand the struggles that have burdened you, but I want to remind you of something important. Peace and prosperity come from trusting in my guidance. The listener stood still, letting the words settle deep within. They had sought peace, had longed for prosperity, but it had seemed so elusive, so out of reach. But now, with the Creator's voice in their heart, they began to understand that peace and prosperity were not things to chase after, but gifts to be received through trust. I know you have faced challenges, the Creator's voice continued, and it can feel as though peace is something you must fight for. But I tell you this, true peace comes from trusting in my guidance. When you place your faith in me, when you walk the path I have set before you, peace will follow. It will come not through striving, but through surrender. The listener felt a deep sense of calm settle in their heart, like the first breeze after a summer storm. The Creator's words were like a balm for their weary soul, soothing and comforting. Prosperity, too, will follow when you trust in me, the Creator continued. True prosperity is not just about material wealth, but about peace within your spirit, joy in your heart, and love in your actions. When you trust in my guidance, when you follow the path I lay before you, prosperity will flow into your life, and not only in the things you possess, but in the peace you feel, in the joy you carry, and in the way you share love with others. The listener closed their eyes, feeling the weight of their burdens lifting with each word. The Creator's guidance was not just a call to follow a path, but a promise of peace and abundance. You may not see the way clearly now, the Creator said softly, and the road may seem long and uncertain, but I am with you every step of the way. Trust in me, and I will lead you to a place of peace. Trust in my plan, and I will provide for you in ways you cannot yet understand. Prosperity is not something you must chase, it's something that will follow when you place your trust in me. The listener could feel the Creator's presence all around them, like the steady rhythm of the earth beneath their feet. The promise of peace, of prosperity, was no longer something distant, something to be earned. It was a gift, a blessing, to be received through trust. I am the one who guides you, the Creator's voice said, and I will never lead you astray. Trust in my wisdom, and peace will fill your heart. Trust in my timing, and prosperity will overflow in your life. The listeners stood there, their hearts swelling with a quiet joy, understanding that the path to peace and prosperity was not through striving or effort, but through trust. Remember, my child, the Creator said gently, peace is not found in the absence of struggle, but in trusting me in the midst of it. Prosperity is not found in what you possess, but in the love you give, the peace you share, and the joy you carry. Trust in my guidance, and you will find that peace and prosperity are not far away, they are already with you. The listener opened their eyes, feeling the truth of the Creator's words fill their spirit. They no longer needed to chase after peace or prosperity. By trusting in the Creator's guidance, those gifts were already flowing into their life, like a river that could not be stopped. With a heart full of trust and faith, the listener took a deep breath, knowing that the path ahead would be one of peace, one of abundance, and one of love. The Creator's guidance would always lead them forward, and with that, they would walk in peace and prosperity for all their days. The air was still, thick with the scent of pine and earth. The listeners stood on the edge of the forest, watching as the sun began its descent behind the distant mountains, casting long shadows over the land. Their heart felt heavy with the weight of all they had, faced trials, doubts, and fears. The road had been long, and at times the path ahead seemed unclear. But as the quiet of the evening surrounded them, a voice as soft, yet powerful spoke, like the wind moving through the trees. My child, the voice began, deep and steady, I see you. I know your heart, and I know the burdens you carry, but I call you now to seek a deeper relationship with me. The listener felt a stirring within, a call to something greater. They had longed for peace, for healing, but hadn't known where to find it. Come closer to me, the voice continued, and you will find the healing you seek. My love is a balm for your wounds, and my presence is a refuge in times of trouble. The struggles you face are real, but they do not define you. It is in drawing near to me that you will find the strength to overcome. The listener felt the weight of the world begin to lift, the darkness of uncertainty fading with each word. When you seek me, you open the door to provision. The Creator spoke gently. I will provide for you not just in the material but in the spiritual. I will nourish your soul, and I will guide you in the way you should go. Your needs will be met, and your heart will be filled with peace. The listener closed their eyes, feeling the Creator's presence wrap around them like the warmth of the sun on a cold morning. Come close, my child, the Creator urged. There is nothing between us, no distance too far that I will not cross to be near to you. I long for you to know me, to walk with me, and in that closeness, you will find healing. In that closeness, you will find everything you need. The listener's heart swelled with a quiet joy, a sense of peace that had long eluded them. You are not alone, the Creator's voice reassured them. I will walk beside you, and I will show you the way. Trust in me, Seek me with all your heart, and I will provide for you in ways you cannot yet understand. Your journey is not over, but I will guide you every step of the way. As the listener stood in the quiet of the evening, the Creator's words filled them with hope. They knew that the road ahead would still have its challenges, but now they understood that seeking a deeper relationship with the Creator was the key to healing and provision. With a heart full of trust and love, they took a deep breath, ready to walk forward with the Creator by their side, knowing that they were never alone. The sky above was painted in the soft hues of the setting sun, a warm glow stretching across the land as the listener stood in the stillness of the moment. The world around them seemed to quiet, as if holding its breath. They had walked a long path, one filled with uncertainty and struggles. Yet in this peaceful moment, a voice calm and strong, like the steady rhythm of a heartbeat, broke the silence. "My child," the voice began, full of love and understanding. "I see you. I know the road you've walked, and I understand the weight you carry. But know this, I promise to protect you, and I will bless you in your relationships and your community." The listener felt the Creator's words sink deep into their heart, like the soft earth beneath their feet. They had faced so much alone, their heart heavy with the weight of broken relationships and unmet needs. But now, hearing the Creator's voice, they felt a deep peace beginning to fill the spaces of their spirit. "I will protect you," the Creator continued, "for you are mine, and my love surrounds you. No harm shall come to you that I do not allow, and even in the hardest of times, I will be your refuge. I will be the shield around you, guarding you from harm, and I will be the strength that holds you up when you are weary." The listener closed their eyes, allowing the Creator's presence to envelop them. "In your relationships," the Creator's voice spoke softly, "I will bless you. I know the pain of broken trust, of hearts that feel lost. But know this, I will heal the wounds of your past. I will bring peace to the relationships that are broken and bless the ones that are true. Trust in me, and you will find the strength to love and be loved. Your heart will be healed, and your bonds will grow stronger." The listener could feel a warmth spreading through them, like the sun breaking through the clouds on a cold morning. "I will also bless your community," the Creator continued. "The people around you, the ones who walk with you, I will bring them closer. You are not meant to walk alone. You are part of a larger family, a larger story, and I will bring those who are meant to walk beside you. I will bring peace to your relationships and unity to your community. Trust me, and I will guide you to the people who will stand with you in love, in truth, and in strength." The listener took a deep breath, feeling a sense of belonging growing within them. They had always felt like an outsider, unsure of where they fit, but now they understood that the Creator's promise was not just for them alone, but for the people who would come into their life. "You are part of a greater whole," the voice reassured them. "Your relationships matter, your community matters, and I am with you in each of them. I will bless you, and through you, I will bless others. Your love will ripple out, touching those around you, creating a bond that will not be easily broken." The listener felt tears begin to well in their eyes, not from sadness, but from the deep peace that now filled their heart. "Trust in my protection, my child," the Creator said gently. "Trust in my blessings, for they are already on their way. The relationships you seek, the peace you long for, the community you desire, they will come when you trust in me. I will lead you, and I will provide." As the listener stood in the quiet of the evening, the Creator's words swirled around them like the wind, filling them with hope. They understood now that their struggles were not permanent, and that the Creator's protection and blessings would fill the spaces of their life, healing brokenness and bringing unity. The road ahead was still unknown, but now, with the Creator's promise, they knew they would walk it surrounded by love, guided by strength, and protected by the Creator's unwavering presence. The sun sank lower in the sky, casting long shadows across the land, but the listener no longer felt alone in the darkness. They knew that the Creator was with them, that His protection would shield them, and that His blessings would flow into their relationships and community. With that promise in their heart, they took a deep breath and walked forward, knowing that whatever came next, they would face it with the Creator's love surrounding them, guiding them every step of the way. The sun had long disappeared behind the horizon, leaving the earth cloaked in the soft darkness of night. The stars above twinkled like scattered diamonds, each one a reminder of the Creator's endless power and wisdom. The listener stood at the edge of the quiet forest, the soft rustling of leaves beneath their feet echoing the steady beat of their heart. The path they had walked had been long and full of trials, and the weight of those struggles pressed heavily on their spirit. But in the stillness of this moment, a voice gentle yet powerful broke the silence. "My child," the voice began, deep and full of love, "I see the challenges you face, and I know the weight you carry." The air was still, thick, with the scent of pine and earth. The listener stood on the edge of the forest, watching as the sun began its descent behind the distant mountains, casting long shadows over the land. Their heart felt heavy with the weight of all they had, faced trials, doubts, and fears. The road had been long, and at times, the path ahead seemed unclear. But as the quiet of the evening surrounded them, a voice soft yet powerful spoke, like the wind moving through the trees. "My child," the voice began deep and steady, "I see you. I know your heart and I know the burdens you carry, but I call you now to seek a deeper relationship with me." The listener felt a stirring within, a call to something greater. They had longed for peace, for healing, but hadn't known where to find it. "Come closer to me," the voice continued, "and you will find the healing you seek. My love is a balm for your wounds, and my presence is a refuge in times of trouble. The struggles you face are real, but they do not define you. It is in drawing near to me that you will find the strength to overcome." The listener felt the weight of the world begin to lift, the darkness of uncertainty fading with each word. "When you seek me, you open the door to provision." The Creator spoke gently. "I will provide for you, not just in the material, but in the spiritual. I will nourish your soul, and I will guide you in the way you should go. Your needs will be met, and your heart will be filled with peace." The listener closed their eyes, feeling the Creator's presence wrap around them like the warmth of the sun on a cold morning. "Come close, my child," the Creator urged. "There is nothing between us, no distance too far that I will not cross to be near to you. I long for you to know me, to walk with me, and in that closeness, you will find healing. In that closeness, you will find everything you need." The listener's heart swelled with a quiet joy, a sense of peace that had long eluded them. "You are not alone," the Creator's voice reassured them. "I will walk beside you and I will show you the way. Trust in me, seek me with all your heart, and I will provide for you in ways you cannot yet understand. Your journey is not over, but I will guide you every step of the way." As the listener stood in the quiet of the evening, the Creator's words filled them with hope. They knew that the road ahead would still have its challenges, but now they understood that seeking a deeper relationship with the Creator was the key to healing and provision. With a heart full of trust and love, they took a deep breath, ready to walk forward with the Creator by their side, knowing that they were never alone.